What's up, guys? Today we took two trades on a FundedNext 50K rapid account. We passed it in one day. We made $3,090. Here is the trade. Well, not the trade, but what we made on the account, blah, blah, blah. And we did this today. Here's the two trades we took. I'm going to go over them for you guys so you understand why I took them and how we were able to pass the account in one day. So, first of all, the risk on each of these trades were around $700 to $800. So, obviously the RR on this one, you make 1,500, 1,600. This one you make around 1,200, depending on how much I risked, which I think I risked like 800 or something like that on this account because, I use some of this profit. So it only makes sense. Anyways, let's go over this trade. So 9:30 open. Right away, we had a change in state of delivery on the 3 minute, which I like. That's like the main thing for me when looking for a trade. Do we have a market structure shift? So coming now into the 5 minute, I am waiting for a pullback to this inversion. Now, we just so happen to also have a fair value gap on the 3 minute right here. Better, stronger confluence, just more probabilities. Not to mention we have VWAP trailing above the market. So, price action is bearish. That's all good. That's all what we need. I had a limit order placed up here. All I wanted to do, this is, don't really care what the market's doing over here. Come down, have a move up, pretty much sweep buy side liquidity, right? Come down, break structure right here, okay? Now I see we have an inversion and fair value gap. I want to wait for a pullback because I want that to be my entry. Bang, we wick into it. I had a limit order. I put my stops at the previous high right here, and I put my lows all the way over here, which was New York lows around April 20 or April 11th, right? So let me show you that real quick. Bang, New York low, just a better confluence that, we want to go lower. All right, hold on. This is going to be a bitch. Well, anyways, we ended up printing to the downside, as you can see, right? So after that, I take a bit of profit right in here on this sell side liquidity. We came down, took some profit because, obviously we came that low before we came up. So right here is pretty much, take profit one, got hit, just sold a little bit, maybe a third. Bang, we came back up a little bit, pretty much, just a retest. Wasn't too worried about it. Had a strong confluence that we wanted to continue going down. And we ended up sweeping that New York low and, that liquidity. Now is when the other trade comes into play. This was literally A plus setup. You can't get better than that. I encourage you guys to use this model. Truly, I really do. I usually like to do it on the 15-minute, but right now, look at the 15-minute, really can't see much. So what do I like to do? I like to go down to the lower time frames. Everything becomes dumb clear. You see everything, right? Now, every once in a while, sometimes you'll see too much. So then I want to go up to the 15-minute. It becomes more clean, more precise, and precision is what we want, just like this entry. So let's go over this second trade we took, which allowed us to make half of our account because I think this trade I was able to make 1,800 on this trade, and then this trade, we did the rest. So let's go over this trade. Now I love taking inverse fair value gaps. Okay, inversions are my favorite to trade pretty much, and as you can see, we had a huge at the time was being used right in these wicks as a fair value gap. This is a 5-minute fair value gap, but we broke through it. Now, right here on the 5-minute, you're going to see, well, you didn't break through it until this candle, which is fine. That becomes an inversion now, and we want to come back down and retest that. But I want to see more price action. Come to the 3-minute. Everything, what? Becomes dumb clear. Precision. That's what we want. And this is when I entered this trade. Already, hold on. Let me go back to this 15-minute so I can show you we had a pin bar on the 15-minute, which is pretty much just a reversal candle. So, that's what that signifies, which that's right in here, this candle. That's a pin bar. So pretty much just, shows us that market most likely wants to reverse to the upside. Not crazy. This was pretty much a scalp, okay? This is a scalp. You don't want to fucking go long after the market just did this type of move to the downside. You don't. But this gave us a great little long scalp, and that's what we got. And we were able to get in and get out. Anyways, come down, nothing crazy. Got that 15-minute pin bar. Love to see it. Come up, nothing much, but right in here is a 3-minute fair value gap. At least that's what it's being used as. But we never broke under it. You know, we came into it, used it as resistance, but we also used it as support. We also used that inversion, which was still a fair value gap at the time because we never broke through it yet, as support. This is price action, man. This is PA. Higher highs, higher lows. Come into it, bang. This candle is where we get the break of that of that fair value gap at the time, which now on the pullback to that turns into an inversion. Bang. That's where we had our limit order placed. Now what? Dude, I don't need much. I'm not going to be greedy and go after this liquidity up here. Let me just snag where we have our imbalance right in here. Market obviously loves to fill gaps. Let me just target this liquidity. And that's exactly what I did. And it paid, right? So why did I have it there and not higher? Because, man, I didn't need much on the account. I just needed an extra, 1,200. And this is an imbalance, and most of the time imbalances like this like to get filled, which it did. So I just put mine above the candle on the wick. Bang, printed. We got hit. Went 2 for 2 on the day, making us $3,090 on the funded account, passing the account in one single day. This all happened literally at 9:54 to 12 within a few hours, man. And we're on a funded account again now. We have another 50K funded account. And that's that. That's really the trade. It's kind of that simple. As long as you follow your rules and you keep to the system, have good risk management and patience, you can print. I mean, this model prints. Okay. Now, I know some people wait for different market structure shifts. Like, I like to do it this way. I like to understand that, okay, market actually shifted structure. I like to call, I mean, listen, man, my whole thing, like my brand or whatever, is core trading. This is core trading, okay? Being patient, waiting for the market structure shifts, and then operating off of that. Being an observer of the markets. That's what we do here, okay? If you want to join, if you want to be a part of the family, be a part of core trading, join the free Discord, subscribe to the channel. Everything's free. I teach everything for free, and you can become a member, really. And you can learn this and you can implement it. And I guarantee you, if you follow everything I teach, in 30 days, you will see yourself pulling money from the markets. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say you're going to make 10K in your first month. No, but I will tell you what, you will see way better results from you trying to learn it by yourself and then me teaching you because I know what the fuck I'm doing. That's that. I've passed over 20 funded accounts, okay? Multiple payouts on each funded account. I literally just showed you how to get a funded in one day, pretty much. 2 trades, bang. And that's on a funded next rapid account. Here's proof. I got it today. Here's the date. It's August 18th. That is how I passed a 50K funded account in one day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.